All right, so on the desk today, we have something well, a little strange.
Yeah.
It's the NTI E-4GU-6, and visually, just a USB stick. A bit bulky, maybe?
It really is. It looks like something you'd lose in a desk drawer and never think about again.
Exactly. But then you look at the invoice, and this isn't some $20 impulse buy.
Not even close.
This thing retails for $615. So that's our mission for this deep dive. Why does this dongle cost more than a new gaming console?
Well, the short answer is you're not using this to move around Excel files. This is a very specific 4G LTE modem.
For a specific system?
A very specific one, yes. The ENVIROMUX Enterprise Environment Monitoring System.
And that's context, right? ENVIROMUX is what you use to monitor server rooms, critical infrastructure.
Exactly. It's watching temperature, humidity, power, the vital signs of a data center. But there's a fundamental flaw in most setups.
They rely on the network they're monitoring.
Got it. So let's say the AC fails, the server rack overheats, and your main network switch, well, it melts.
The system knows the room is on fire,
Right.
But it can't tell you. The email alert can't go out because the internet is gone.
Precisely.
Yeah.
You are flying completely blind right when you need to see the most. And that is what this $600 stick is for.
It's the failsafe.
It is. It plugs into the system and it becomes a totally independent communication line. Out of band. If a sensor trips, it just bypasses the dead local network and
It sends a text.
it fires an SMS message directly to your phone using the cellular network.
Okay, so let's look at the hardware. It's
Wow.
USB 2.0 with a male Type A connector. It's not small either, protrudes almost 4 inches.
Yep.
But, USB 2.0 in 2026 feels a little dated.
It would be, but speed isn't the goal here. It's all about compatibility and rock-solid stability.
Aha.
It supports 4G LTE, sure, but the critical part is that it can fall back to 3G and even 2G. It needs to find a signal anywhere, on any grid. But the real key, the thing that makes this an industrial tool, is on the side.
These two little connectors. The female SMA connectors.
The 50-ohm SMA connectors. See, a consumer modem has a tiny antenna inside the plastic. Fine for a coffee shop.
Useless in a server room.
Completely. Especially if it's in a sub-basement or inside a metal rack, which basically acts like a Faraday cage. It blocks the signal.
So you use these to run a cable to a bigger high-gain antenna outside the problem area.
It guarantees the distress signal actually gets out.
Now, for anyone thinking of deploying one of these, it's not quite plug and play, is it?
No, there are a couple steps. You have to bring your own micro SIM card, and it has to be configured for SMS.
And the firmware.
And you have to make sure your ENVIROMUX unit is on revision 4.4 or newer, otherwise it won't even recognize it.
Okay, let's circle back to that price. $615.
Even with the nice connectors, the actual components, they don't add up to that.
You're absolutely right, they don't. You're not just paying for the silicon, you are paying for the certification. This device is TAA-compliant, the Trade Agreements Act.
Yes. So that means the supply chain is vetted for U.S. government trade rules. Crucially, it's not made in a non-compliant country. So if you're a government agency, a defense contractor,
You legally cannot buy the cheaper consumer version. It's about procurement rules and supply chain security.
it gets you on the GSA schedule. And that's just the start. Then you have the whole regulatory stack: CE, FCC, UL, Euro, HS.
It's been tested to prove it won't, burst into flames or interfere with other equipment.
You're buying an industrial-grade insurance policy. That's what it is.
That really frames it perfectly. It's a redundant, compliant lifeline.
It's the bridge between the physical reality of that failing sensor and the human who needs to respond, no matter what the main network is doing.
So here's the thought to leave everyone with. Yes, $600 is a lot for something that looks like a USB stick. But if you manage a critical facility, what's the cost of just 1 minute of downtime? Because you didn't get that text message.
Suddenly, that price tag looks like a rounding error.
Something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.